Hi guys! I have no clue how big the delay right now is. I tested it earlier today, and apparently there is nearly a minute plus and a half of delay. So I'd say if you want to see me talk, please just talk to me directly into the tweeties so I can easily talk back or read your comments because I have no clue how fast the um, comments are loading. I'm testing it Wirecast. It took me about an hour and a half to figure out how to get it running to begin with YouTube, and then to get my cam running with audio. That was a really big challenge. So yeah, I'm apologizing beforehand if anything happens with the stream going down or all of a sudden my face is frozen. I have had many downtime problems with my internet today, and I hopefully don't have that problem in the next half hour or something. I've no clue. I haven't prepared anything. How bad am I? Well, actually, I did ask a question yesterday in the vlog about how nerdy do you think you are, or at least how geeky do you consider yourself being, on a scale from 1 to 10. And I already saw a couple of comments. Of course, it's way too early to actually see the comments from everyone who has watched it. But from those who already did, awesome that you commented. And yeah, I like it because I consider myself not really a nerd or a geek. I haven't said that in the vlogs. But in a way, I am kind of geeky nerdy because us people really like certain kinds of electronics, comics, or music because we're really into that, and I just see it as a good thing. I like that. So welcome for you guys. We did a little bit earlier for Europe this time. At least I am doing it a little bit earlier. Sarah's at this moment, as I am talking, on her way on the road trip. She had it pretty difficult to actually go because, of course, she is a little bit down about the fact that I cannot be there. Not gonna lie, I am really down about it. It sucks balls, but hey, we have to accept it, and we just have to make it as fun as possible for each other. So Sarah will be doing her angle, and hopefully I have some cool stuff coming up. I actually had a couple of conversations today and yesterday with some possible cool projects that are coming up that don't necessarily apply to the vlogs themselves, but more to our personal life, which is fun and sort of a fun distraction. So I haven't actually prepared anything, so let's just talk about stuff and things that just come to mind. To read the first comments, I hope that they're not super delayed, but they might be 2 minutes behind. The first comment that I now see is like, not using Hangouts. No, today I'm finally using Wirecast, which should make it a little bit more professional. Hopefully in the future we can actually use the full thing, because they have a demo thing from Wirecast for YouTube, and it does work. So far I can see. I have only no idea in how well it does, or if it actually keeps working with the delay. Because earlier this morning it seemed like almost 1 to 2 minutes. So that's fine. I think I consider myself to be like a 7 or 8 of like the geek nerd limit or level. Yeah. It's more or less because of the whole thing that I've been doing with Yuba in the past, and of course now YouTube doesn't make it any better. We get to do a lot of fun stuff, like going to the Photokina in Germany last year with Sarah, which was a lot of fun. Like googling, looking at a lot of toys, like cameras. Yes, that's definitely my thing. It's a good thing that I'm not rich. Otherwise, I would have so many toys that I would not need. And that's the downside, by the way, of what they're called, like manufacturers of camera equipment. They come out with so much crap you don't, or you didn't know that you needed that. I saw earlier this morning, or today, I was just like doing my Facebook routine, just scrolling down, seeing the useless crap that people post, or fun things that I come against. And someone posted something about the new GoPro Hero 3. There were a lot of like additional things that they had. And damn, there is some weird shit that they have. It was like this metal cage that they had for it with attachments and stuff like that. It's really cool, but I wouldn't need it, to say the least. And still I want it. Weird. Oh yeah, my sister yesterday, I didn't know about it, so it's 100% real, put one of her creepy ass dolls on my desk chair. Because she, like 2 minutes after she saw the vlog, she decided to fuck with me, and it is scary as shit. I'm pretty sure that that puppet is watching me at night now, and I don't like it. Puppets scare the shit out of me. I have nothing with them. They're almost as bad as the ventriloquism. Is that a good word? Something like that. The ventriloquism puppets. Oh, those are even worse. Let's read more comments. Oh yeah, sorry guys, for those who have no clue what I'm talking about sometimes with film equipment, don't worry, I'll try to keep it a little bit like average so everyone can talk along. But yeah, I geek out on certain things. For instance, one of the comments that I read now is, I hope someone will ship the movie to the Netherlands. Basically, the movie is like one of the Steadicam things, and it's nothing new, but I think they used it for helicopters, like those filming helicopters they use. They have this gimbal thing that basically makes movement like perfectly smooth. They now have a handheld version of that, and it looked so freaking cool. But the thing is, like, around $10,000, and it's pretty much impossible to find. Those are things that I would love to play with, but just cannot afford in this lifetime, other than a really rich friend or someone who is dumb enough to buy it and let me play with it, basically. The Swedish Chef puppets, the Muppets are maybe the only exception, and Sesame Street, that don't entirely freak me out, because I know that there are actual people inside, or a hand, but anything with a realistic face, that creeps me out. It's so scary. Come on, guys, you cannot deny that is creepy. Actually, the new GoPros, we of course got the GoPro 3 from Fiesta to play with that around and on the car. I have to say, I love that, because I actually shot with the GoPro Hero 2 last year around the finals period in September with U-Ball, and yes, the audio was pretty bad. It was good enough to at least have what I needed. But the GoPro 3, if you don't use the case and it's not in bad wind conditions, it is amazing. You can vlog on that thing, and I actually have seen, hey Sarah, I actually have seen a lot of people vlog on it or use it in the car. And you can also attach microphones with like mini jack. It is awesome. She posted a photo. What did you do? A photo from her steering wheel on the way. Tweet her and tell her that she has to drive safely without her holding a camera. Well, she has a camera on her dash mounted, but without holding a phone. Transfers $10,000 to your bank account. That would be amazing. I will probably love you forever, but then on a different way, more of a geeky level. I have photosensitive epilepsy, so I'm not geeky in game playing way. Yeah, I never really understood that. It's something that is really strange to me, because I'm a pretty addicted gamer. Back in the day when I bought my PlayStation 2 and my first television, I played for hours and hours. I mean, it's not a secret by now that I hated school, so any excuse not to do anything for school was pretty easily found. So I think I played all-nighters. Also because insomnia was a thing back then, and nowadays I just have the opposite. I'm so tired now. Actually, at this moment, I am like trying to stay awake. But I just forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about? I was talking about. Oh no, I don't remember. Doesn't matter. I will just come up if I see the comments again. Tell me, what was I talking about last? ADD is a thing. Did you use the Wi-Fi capability to frame a shot? Yes, I actually used the iPhone app for it. It took some time to figure that one out, but luckily Abe, who was also one of the Fiesta agents who works for GoPro, was awesome enough to give me like a really short run through the GoPro 3 because it is a little bit different. I love it though. It is amazing. It works pretty much the same as our cameras do. They have the Wi-Fi capability to send photos and videos to our phones. It is amazing. I think most of my Instagram photos nowadays have been taken with the camera. Cool thing is you can frame them. Let me check if I can do that. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see it. Shit, it's a little bit to switch back to here. You can see that I always have the lines on here. So basically, you can just frame it square, and Instagram understands that you want to make it the bottom part of the top part of the framing. That's awesome. That's, by the way, the best thing to do. Always make a photo outside of Instagram and then import it into Instagram themselves. Because Instagram has the tendency to make your image very grainy. Doesn't matter what kind of light area you are, it just makes it very shitty sometimes. It works, but not always. I just really like good-looking photos. I would even make photos with my 7D if I had the chance to send it wirelessly. You can do that, but I don't have the tools for that. Tell Sarah to stop at the next exit and join the conversation. I don't think she can because she actually is on the road and she has to be on time because we don't want to ever drive. My sister is calling. Can I answer for a sec? One minute. Yes? Nee. Wanneer beginnen jullie? Oh ja, dat gaan we niet worden dan. Volgende keer. Ik zit... I'm live streaming right now. I'll have to ask the people there. Do you want me to play a board game? Ik denk dat ik pas voor deze keer. Sorry. Volgende keer beter. Ja, hoi. My sister found Cluedo in the closet earlier, and her boyfriend has never played it. I don't really like board games as much at all, actually. I'm more of the screen type thing. But she basically wanted me to play with you guys on the live stream. So maybe we can do it in the next time. But we actually have to set up a proper camera for that. The only game you play is The Sims. Oh, I love The Sims. But I usually only build houses. I otherwise just get involved, like sucked into it a little bit too much. I have that with like Skyrim, and I had it with Mass Effect. I played them in one go, like 6-7 hours. It's very difficult to stop for me. Oh, someone has the iOS 7. How do you like it? I actually have. I think I tweeted it out yesterday or the day before. That I like how it looks. And yes, I know Android users. We finally can do stuff you could do ages ago. It doesn't matter. I still like it now. But app skip crashing. Okay, that's good to know. I didn't switch. I actually got offered by someone to get it alternatively. And I kind of like my phone too much for it to crash. So I just think I will just wait till autumn when it comes out. You build houses for 10 minutes. Well, it's not too, it might be like 10 to 30 minutes. It's one of those, like, you pick it up and then after like a certain amount of minutes you just like, it's fine, you just quit again. I like that of the iPhone games, or just in general phone games, that you play while pooping. Not saying that I do that, but I do. Nice amount of TMI. Question: what is your favorite alcoholic beverage? Mine is vodka. I have a lot of favorites actually, but my favorite at this moment is a certain type of whiskey, and it's called Monkey Shoulder. It is a whiskey purely because it's awesome taste. It has walnut, and it has a really woody flavor. I love that one. It's I think it's like €40 for like a decently full thing. I like it. It's I mean, for that matter, I drink pretty much everything. I'm kind of a garbage bin when it comes to alcohol. As long as it's good or it has alcohol in it, I will probably drink it. Because of, okay, here's a little story that I will tell you guys, and not a lot of people know that other than the people that I played with U-Ball. I grew up in a culture where drinking is sort of normal within limits. There's also a thing that because of U-Ball, I learned how to drink responsibly. Also, how to be responsible for other people. Because it's stupid and shitty if you're not capable of drinking safely. Also, don't drink and drive. And I usually try to stay over when I know I'm going to drink more than I can handle on an average basis to function. I digress. Basically, we have a sort of thing when I was playing that was called the Black Alcohol List. Basically, that meant like every time that we had a certain drink that went wrong with the group, we basically stopped drinking that entirely. We just banned that drink. One of those drinks is tequila, because it's pure garbage and you feel shit afterwards. We had one night that one of our friends from Germany was playing in the front ensemble, the group that, like the part of U-Ball that I played in, brought 2 bottles of tequila. And since I have no clue how to drink tequila, and I'm stupid enough to just do things like that, we actually started drinking more than necessary. We did like mass amounts of shots that ended basically with me not really understanding anymore how my physical body worked, and me being brought home, not puking, but just me completely out of it. And that's one of the only moments that I remembered everything, but I just couldn't do anything to make it work. So the next day, that ended up with me being extremely hungover, but not just me, but the entire group was hungover as shit. It was a lot of fun, but that went on the blacklist. Same with Sambuca. I love it. It's a little bit like ouzo, like the licorice flavor for those who know how licorice tastes. I love it, but after a certain thing... Oh, before I continue. One problem with tequila. It is disgusting, and as soon as you no longer think it's disgusting, you drank too much. That's pretty much the cue to say, like, okay, I'm drunk. So Sambuca's on the list. What else? We don't really have vodka that much, because vodka is a pretty cheap drink here. Even the good brands that are pretty expensive in America, like Absolute and stuff like that, I'm not really a vodka drinker because it doesn't have any taste. Yeah, drop shots is pretty much the same kind of taste. Appelswandling, yeah, not really. Safari is really good. It's one of those things that I can just like randomly drink. And really gay, I know. I like wine. I like red wine a lot, especially with burgers and heavy meals. I like that. It's really stupid. I know nothing about wine, as long as it's red and it doesn't taste horribly at the first sip. Yeah, then it's good. What else? Oh, and basically what it comes down to is that I just learned how to be responsible with drinking, and I just knew that as long as you have good people around you, good friends who know what you can and cannot do, and who support you after you drank too much or as soon as you do something stupid, at least they now know that you will have it on camera. That's the most important thing. Have it on camera so you can at least make some YouTube money of it. Did you have any nerdgasm when Superman Batman teaser was shown at Comic-Con? I don't know. I'm really a little bit bipolar when it comes to superhero movies. I loved the new Nolan Batman. It was awesome, but I wouldn't watch it more than once or twice. I mean, it's a good if they do it well, and I think they nowadays have more respect for franchises, especially with the amount of power that the community has, like the fans who love a certain character have. That directors and movie companies have a little bit more respect for what they like fuck up about a movie. They will always mess up something. Like, who was it? I remember that with the Harry Potter. Sorry, my brain just farted. The Harry Potter. I have it. Harry Potter series. That like the diehard fans who read the books, including myself, and that's actually one of the only series that I read, were like a little bit pissed off that they left out so many bits and pieces of the movie, and of course because I have some background in movies and shooting shorts, and I like to write a lot of short sketches, short films, but I never really make them, at least not yet, because I think it's a shame to use a really cool idea and I do it half-half. So that's pretty much my fault. My brain just farted again. I don't know. But what was I trying to say? Wow, guys, my ADD is currently like all over the place. As soon as I think about something, I lose it. Oh, but basically, what I was trying to say is that yeah, I don't really care that much. I'm really excited. I will probably see it, but not in theater unless the trailer really speaks to me. I'm one of those trailer people. If the trailer looks awesome or really appealing, I will most definitely go to the movie. I had that with which movie was that really let me down? I think it was one of the X-Men movies where I was like, "Wow, this is really bad." Also, though, the remake of the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger that they remade last, Total Recall? Yeah. I mean, the movie was awesome. It was a good movie for what it was, and I tried to make that clear most of the times. Like, I love a movie for what it is, even bad movies. As long as I enjoyed watching what I saw, I won't try to make it more than it is. Unless I really messed up something that I love, then I will probably bitch about it, but there's nothing much you can do. Let's read some comments. I don't really drink. Drinking is not something I encourage. I like it as a fun thing, and a fun fact for those who don't really know, and most of you probably don't. I actually haven't drank anything a while back. I had an accident about 3 to 4 years ago. I don't even remember how long it was, but basically I got hit by a car, and after that, or in between my car recovery, pretty much I ended up getting, I'm not sure what the English translation was, but Pfeiffer. Anyone who knows the translation of Pfeiffer, please leave in the comments to let other people know, or for me to say it later. It basically holds in that your liver and parts of your body just don't function at all, and you are very tired. It's just very difficult for you to do anything without being like drained instantly. So, and also I couldn't drink anything, like any alcohol just made me instantly drunk. And I think I didn't drink for almost half a year, and at some point people who knew me were like, "Why isn't he drinking?" And the only thing that people knew about me, like yeah, he isn't drinking anymore because it's not good. He just doesn't do it anymore, without explaining why. So some people thought that I actually was responsible for once by not drinking. Sarah says, "Mow. Should I mow back or not?" Also, where it comes down to don't drink, don't feel pressured at all to do anything. I mean, I had a lot of friends that back in the day smoked weed, because of course the Netherlands has a really different thing going on here. I had friends who smoked weed and were drinking, not heavily, but moderately more than necessary. And yeah, I just never got into that whole thing. I mean, I don't really care as long as you're in a safe environment. Once again, it's just stupid. I'm really curious about Gravity by Alfonso. Last name I cannot pronounce. Was directed by one of the Harry Potters, the darker one. Gravity. I don't really know what that is. I might have to Google it. Or can I? Should, let's just Google it. I'm sorry about the sound that my keyboard makes, because I don't have a separate keyboard. Oh, try to minimize it. I'm also seeing that my stream status isn't perfect, but I hope it's at least visible. Also, I'm wearing, for the change, like one headphone because the other one is kind of broken. That's the fault of the bird that we had a while back. If YouTube isn't showing the video feed, I had that too earlier this week. Either restart your computer or reinstall Flash. That sometimes works. Oh, I was Googling Gravity movie, I assume. Astronauts attempt to return to Earth after debris crashes into their space shuttle, leaving them drifting along in orbit. That sounds kind of cool. Oh, it's with George Clooney and Sandra Bullock. That cannot be bad. I haven't seen anything about that, so maybe as soon as I see more, I will check it out. I haven't actually really been to the theaters that much. I've went to Django Unchained and Iron Man 3 with Sarah, and those were the only ones in the last half year almost. But I've seen, of course, Netflix. That has been my little bit of crack, keeping me alive. So guys, let me know if there's anything other than nerdy you want to talk about. Because originally I had the plan to make it a little bit short. But, I mean, I can extend it. I'm having fun here. I like it when the amount of comments are flowing. Let me check. Okay, a question for you guys then, to get started. I mean, you asked me, like, what am I excited for when it comes to, like, the Batman, Superman thing? What are the movies or series that is coming up what you're super excited for? I am extremely excited, of course, for Doctor Who. I cannot wait for it to return, and also I'm probably gonna be really sad because Matt Smith will be leaving. The Walking Dead. Oh, hell yeah. I do have to finish Breaking Bad. Because of all the stuff with traveling and watching other series, I kind of neglected that. But I have to catch it with Eisenberg. Because that is an epic movie, or epic series. It's one of the best series, and I had a lot of fun with that so far. What else? I don't watch Game of Thrones. Maybe in the future I will watch that. I just never got into it. A normal movie has 500 cuts. A Michael Bay movie has about 2,000. This movie has 157 one-take shots lasting at least 8 minutes or more. I think that I love old school film. I'm not talking about like old stuff, but more the 90s, 80s styled, like long epic shots, establishing shots, and everything happening in one scene. That's one of the, I don't know, that's one of the things that maybe I try to do a little bit too much of. I love long shots. I totally agree. I'm very happy with that. Also, I am on the standpoint of Michael Bay. He fucks with a lot of movies, but if you just enjoy for what they are, they're awesome. Let me see. Oh, Sherlock Holmes. Of Sherlock, sorry, with Cumberbatch. I have to watch that too at some point. It's on the list. That's one thing that's for sure. Children of Men was also a really, really good movie. It was a little bit silly, but it was a really good movie. I enjoyed that one. Let's check what else there is in the comments. By the way, guys, how's the video quality of the stream? Is it decent? Is it bad? Is it even okay? Because here it says stream status is okay on 720. And since I can't really tell it myself how well it is, I have to kind of guesstimate and hope for the comments to say like, hey, it's kind of good. Catching Fire, yes. I was actually kind of excited to see the trailer. It's way more darker. I kind of watched Battle Royale, very much like the counterpart Japanese version. By the way, holy shit, that movie is awesome. Secondly, it's kind of gruesome, and I wish that the original Hunger Games series are more like that in the future. So I probably will have to see that with Sarah, because Sarah is kind of in love with the whole Hunger Games series. Torchwood. Oh, Torchwood is also one of the series that I really have to watch, but Sarah and I want to watch that together because it's, of course, the Doctor Who thing, and we have seen all the episodes so far, at least on the same day together, sort of. So Torchwood is one of the lists that is creating itself on Netflix. Instant queue. Let's check. By the way, guys, I have the feeling that the stream is less delayed now, and also that because I'm now using the Wirecast app, that I can actually sort of see the live stream in YouTube way better, because I don't have to have the window open. I just have the it's called the live control room, for those who have ever opened that in the YouTube things, that this is actually working really well. I like it. I just have to figure out how to get multiple camera angles, because it will be cool if we can actually use it with Sarah, or play different kind of content, because I'd love to show live gaming and stuff like that, just to have fun with you guys. I mean, gaming is more fun with more people to begin with. I am so boring with gaming by myself. I can just stare empty at the screen for hours. No, that's a good bit. Unless I get frustrated and I throw at stuff, but yeah, it's fine. It's choppy but sharp. Is the audio good though? Cool. I'm happy that the sound is good then. I will probably. The problem is that I think I said it in a vlog from 1 or 2 days ago. Currently we're still like getting along with the shitty wired internet that we have. I mean, it's not really bad, but it's like 10 down and about 0.5 MBs up. It's really bad, and pretty much YouTube like takes up everything. as soon as I do anything, I cannot Skype, I cannot even load a YouTube video sometimes. It sucks balls. For the long period that I'm here anyways, we're getting fiber, which is 50 up and down. I love that. So that would make it a lot easier with getting the vlogs up, and of course live streaming with you guys. I love live streaming, by the way. It's so cool to be able to talk and have some fun with you for like an hour, and just after that, we go our separate ways and see each other in the vlog the next day. Okay, another thing that I want to ask you guys. I'm not a book reader that much, but I mean, I've read the Harry Potter books when I was younger. I got tricked into it somehow, and I was like, I need to finish them. Watch the movies. I enjoyed the movies for what they were, even though they're not entirely super great. I'm not really into the fantasy style too much. I do appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. But what is better, the book or the movie? It's kind of a Mac versus PC and console versus PC type thing. But personally, I couldn't care less, and unless they really fucked it up. Usually, as long as the movie is good, I'm happy with that. Let me know, what do you think? What is better, the movie or the book in general? I can of course imagine that you have a completely different image with how you read it in a book. I think that Sarah's talking about that, like the Hunger Games, that most of it they did pretty well, but the style was a little bit too like for younger audience, and they made it less gruesome. Let's just call it that, like less adult, which was kind of a shame. And I think with the new one, the director, what did he do before? He did like more like adult-styled movies, which were amazing apparently. I totally like I forget the name. I actually saw it. I read the article today with the name in it. I have 2 books here already. Let's see. More books. Let's check Twitter for a second if there's anything new. Oh, yeah, guys, you can, by the way, just tweet me. I think that Twitter is in the description by itself, but it's basically like JURRE2E. You can tweet me directly because I'm pretty sure that the tweets are faster than the comments, and I will get them directly. So I will pretty much read pretty much all the tweets that get sent will pretty much be read directly, probably even on the stream, unless it's something really nasty. But I don't assume that you are a very perverted group. We know each other a little bit by now. Oh, I like you guys. Do you like WWE? If so, who's your favorite wrestler? Mine is Bret Hart. I'm old school. We don't actually have WWE, or for that matter, any kind of wrestling when I was growing up. Mainly because we didn't really have the digital age thing going on with the HD television, and not a lot of people here have dishes to be able to catch like American TV. I think I maybe had 1 or 2 friends that I knew of that had like HBO on their TV, and that was not even interesting back then. I do really, I can laugh about it. I mean, I can enjoy for what it is. I like the fact that they put a lot of effort into what they do, even though it might be acted. That shit hurts like hell if you have to undergo it yourself. So props to any wrestler who is willing to go into the ring for entertainment. These people still do a good job in what they are supposed to. They're meant to bring entertainment. And if you are more of the real stuff, like the what's it called? not MMA, the other style that got really picked up really fast. I'll comment on it later. Pretty much like that's also. I mean, I'm not really into fighting sports other than what I did back then when it comes to like the karate stuff. But we really never really had the wrestling thing on TV. Unless you had some really obscure TV company that offered it somehow. Let's read some comments. And I will get to the Twitters in a sec. I'm definitely a book person, but I have really been impressed with movie versions of a book I've read as well. That's pretty cool. I can appreciate that. I don't read. I get bored too easily to sit and read. If I love the movie, I will read the book. Yes, I can see that. I usually the problem that I just don't know how to read a book because I'm one of those people that needs to sit up and read. Otherwise, I have no way of using my physical being to sit or lay down. I would be a good one maybe if I would read books for one of those Kindle type things. I maybe that would work for me. Let's read more. Difficult. Books allow you to create the image yourself. Films let you see other views as well. It's difficult. Yes, I do agree with that too. Yeah, The Hunger Games is a young teenager book, so they can read gruesome, but they cannot watch it. That's also something really confusing indeed. Yeah, it's kind of weird that you're allowed to read or learn about really gruesome stuff. Like for instance, if you are, I mean, my favorite subject in school was history because you don't have to learn anything. You just have to listen and remember what they said, something like that, and you could pretty much like BS your way through the entire subject. I was always confused that we learn about like wars and kind of messed up shit we do as people, but we never really saw pictures with those, or at least illustrations, or at least very censored ones that didn't harm our youthful eyes. I mean, I have to say that I've been desensitized so much because of the internet. Also, I worked in IT for a while, and one of my things I had to do was extend the blacklist of crap to filter for schools. And wow, I've seen some messed up shit. It won't affect me that much, hopefully, in the future. But yeah, I've seen some really, really weird, messed up things when it comes to sexy time with any kind of object and things that are alive. I prefer the book too, although a film is okay. I mean, if you're not too anal about things, wow, that's a really good comment that fits with what I said. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, as long as you don't really take everything too seriously and just enjoy the movie or enjoy the book, it should be fine. Sometimes reading the book before seeing the movie is a good thing because you understand what happens better. Like with Harry Potter, I do agree. I think there were a couple of things that they left out in one of the books. Was, if I remember correctly, with the whole house elf thing that they did, by like making some sort of system of house elves that were doing stuff secretly behind the walls of the castle. I don't think that they did anything with that at all. That was one of the things that people were like bitching about. And I was like, yeah, it's a movie. You have to expect them to cut out stuff of a 2 to 3 hour movie. Sometimes, that's the one I already did. UFC, yes, exactly. The UFC matches. I do kind of like that a little bit. I've seen some matches when I was hanging out with friends that were into that. I did watch Red Dwarf. I think that's a BBC show, right? I think I've seen it. I think it's pretty old already, right? Or at least decently aged. Or 90s. Like, early 2000s thing. I think I watched it when I was like really young, at least too young to really understand what it was. Same with Star Trek. My mom was a like an avid watcher of Star Trek, like the Janeway and Picard series. And since I was in the room, I had to really watch it too. Not that I mind it, but hey, that's fine. Have you read any John Green books? Any of John Green's books? I am gonna admit, no, not yet. But as soon as I get a book on my hands, because I have multiple friends that have Looking for Alaska, I do really kind of want to read it. I just have to find the book first and the enthusiasm to read. That's the biggest problem. Like, get to the reading part. Da, 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 da. Let me check. Hopefully it's nothing dirty. Oh, please don't make it dirty. I'm just clicking on a random link that I get on Twitter saying to give a feeling for visual. Is it? Oh, it's the Gravity trailer. I will watch it later. I will watch that later because I'm pretty sure the stream will not like that. Okay, I'll keep that in the background. Thank you so much, because I will watch that trailer later. Do you read fan fiction? I don't even think there is fan fiction. And even if there is, please link me to it, because I'm kind of curious what kind of messed up shit people can write. I know about what was it? I think it was Charlie Sokulak that did some fan fiction with Mika Kitty and Nanalu like a year ago or something, where they just were making fun of the fact that people write fan fiction, and they wrote fan fiction and Charlie was reading it. That's hilarious stuff. I think I would make fun of, or not fun of, but fun with the fan fiction stuff. I would read it in videos just for the fun of it, as a fan letter opening, fan mail opening thing. I would do that. So if anyone, unless you wrote it yourself, at least don't admit it, let me read it. Send me a link on Twitter, like showing me. Mostly Tumblr has that, I think. But if you find anything like good fan fiction stuff, doesn't even have to be about me. Just in general, I like to read through some, just to see how long my awkward feeling can handle that. And maybe I can do some live streams with that at some point, that we just talk and read fan fictions in a movie-telling voice. Or book voice. BBC started a dwarf, but another channel is trying to get it. Going again with fancy graphics and over-the-top story. They ruined it. Yes, that's usually what happens when they reboot it the wrong way. I think it might be the Sci-Fi Channel, if I'm not correct. It might be. I have a completely off-topic question. Would you be remotely interested in getting some mail in Dutchland while you're there? Or would it be too sketchy to locate that with US trips? The problem is that mailboxes in the Netherlands are kind of expensive. I did actually have a YouTube friend of mine, Ilko, for those Dutch viewers who know him, or maybe even English viewers. Ilko usually had some mail for me, or at least an address where I could have it sent to. The downside is he lives on the other side of Dutchland, and I don't really have the time or money to really go there for mail. But I would say, unless if it's a letter or anything else, just send it to Sarah's, or like our mailbox in Columbus. If it's a letter, Sarah will always read it to me on Skype. And of course, we still open mail every time we have any. Some people didn't really want to have it on the vlog itself, which is perfectly fine. We just always write back if we can. If you send a stamped envelope with your original letter or awesome thing that you have, it's fine. When is Ting Ting getting her own channel? I'm not entirely sure if she's willing to do our channel, but we really want to do some fun videos in the future with her. She's totally down with being on camera, so that's gonna be fun. It has been fun so far, of course. So don't worry about that. Ting Ting will be on camera as much as possible because she's hilarious. That's not just my opinion. It's true. It's a fact. It's my birthday today and it's not going well. Well, Stacy, I'm very sorry for you. What happened, and how can we make it better for you? Because everyone deserves to have a fun birthday, no matter what age you are and where you are. So tell me, if you don't want to do it in the chat, you can tweet me, and we'll try to make it as fun as possible. Doctor Who fanfiction. Okay, that sounds like fun. I will read through some of that later, because I want to prepare something, maybe. Did Sarah tell you I'm drawing portraits of you and her? Yes, you actually tweeted us. I think a while back. I think it was in begin May, maybe, that you wanted a photo. Yes, I do know about that. I'm very excited to see that, because if it's awesome, and it probably will be, we're totally gonna hang any kind of awesome fan art. We're gonna hang that up. Just make sure that if you have something like a canvas, make sure you can roll it up, because it would suck if it would break if you make it like a big flat package. Like, protect it very well, or make it in sort of a poster type thing so we can roll it up and get a frame for it if we need to. Because I love fan art. I think a while back too we got like a really good artist to make a TARDIS with our faces, and I was surprised about how awesome that person did it. I'm not sure if he actually still watches the vlogs on an avid basis, but he said that he really enjoyed it while drawing and doing his thing. So I'm very grateful for anyone that puts any kind of effort into either like fan art, writing a letter, sending something epic, because we read and open everything. We don't always eat everything because we don't know where it's been unless it's completely sealed. But don't worry, we always appreciate everything that we get in our like mailbox or towards us. Guys, you are awesome. Telling Stacy happy birthday. This is the kind of viewers I love to have. But me, Sarah, and I love to have. But in this case, it's me talking, so I'm talking about myself. You are amazing. I really love you guys for being so supportive of each other and of us. I know it's not an excuse, but I'm so happy that we get some slack sometimes from you guys, even though you shouldn't need to be giving us room. I mean, you're not paying us for it, of course, but still, we said we would do this on a daily basis. Question: did you eat the Danish candy hint? Hell yes. I think there might be some of those panda snacks, like those little things that I didn't finish, but pretty much everything's gone. Any kind of candy you guys sent is pretty much gone within a week. Unless you sent too much. I think last time, what did someone send was an entire bag of like coffee kind of licorice thing that you had to, like, where you had to suck on. I think that's not entirely finished, but that was awesome. What else? I mean, you guys know that I sometimes take one or two more of the Tootsie Roll things at the gym. Those are usually gone very easy. I love that so much. I'm a sweet tooth. It's not a good thing. Do you have any single friends, depending on which area of the world you mean? I mean, I have friends all over the place that are single. But why? Why would you want them? Okay, oh, by the way, if you want to send anything with food in it, make sure that the date is at least 2 to 3 months good, because I'm not sure like how long packages sometimes take, since if you send something, sometimes it takes like a week or two to be cleared. That has happened to me a couple of times when I got gear sent from America, or at least when I ordered gear. Like it happened that my shoulder rig, for instance, got stuck there for almost 2 weeks before it got through clearance, just because of the can. And make sure that it's sealed. If you make something yourself, be very careful with it, because it might happen that it doesn't end up in the mail as you send it, and we might not be able to open it up and taste it if possible. I mean, candy is perfectly fine, just make sure that it's sealed. I love candy too much. Ugh. Well, Stacy, that is very unfortunate for you. I hope you get better soon. I don't really know what lumbar puncture mean, but I don't want to experience it probably, because I'm a pretty scaredy cat when it comes to medical stuff. Just think of happy things. And of course, all the awesome people in the comments telling you to have an awesome birthday. Don't let that hold you down of having fun. Oh, and I'm now noticing that it's almost already an hour. How do we keep doing? Well, I just cannot shut up. I'm thinking, do we want to continue for a little bit longer? And you guys ask me either something more or give me a topic that I can blab on about for at least 10 to 15 minutes before I really end the live stream for today, and we might do something later in the week again, with or without Sarah. It depends on how her traveling is. Yeah, give me anything. Oh, something which bad. No, that doesn't sound fun. Oh, I feel more sorry for you with a second, Stacy. I'm so sorry, even though it wasn't my fault. Ah, I remember that my back had so many issues that I couldn't even walk at times. I would probably not even wish my worst enemy back pains, because that shit is awful. Have you ever tried Toblerone? Yes, and those are amazing. It's very expensive. I'm not sure if it's expensive everywhere, but here it's kind of a luxury kind of chocolate that people give, like the Merci chocolates. It's one of those birthday chocolate type things. I missed the beginning of the live stream thingy, boo. Well, the thing is, you can watch everything back, so don't worry. We try to keep the live streams up for now, depending on how crazy things are. I mean, it's pretty okay now. You can just always find it back. I am trying to make a thumbnail for them, so you can find them back easily, and we'll probably make a playlist with all the live streams that we're going to do this thing nowadays. I love them. Connecting with you guys is way more fun when it's live. I mean, the vlogs are fun, and I always read the comments, and I try to incorporate them in the next days by answering sort of with where we're talking about. And of course, we answer directly when we see them. But it's way more fun to engage. Because, hey, you are our fans or viewers. I don't like to call you guys fans. But you support us in a way that you guys do that very awesomely. Can you invite people into the stream like you used to be able to do with Google Hangouts? I am not entirely sure if I can make anything work properly. the YouTube offers only to the people that make Wirecast, the app that I'm using now for YouTube, have like the free version, and like 95% of all the stuff is blocked. It does seem to work now, depending on how much I like it. I will probably try to get my hands on the full version. I hope that I'm able to do that. Otherwise, if it's two people, we'll just do the hangout thing like we always do. So don't worry. And you're completely welcome. I love to do live streams no matter what time it is. Most of the things are random. That's why I usually end up being really late. I'm sorry for your Euro viewers. But Ice Cream Man. Yes. It's really warm. I could use some ice cream. We don't have those silly songs, by the way, which you once asked. Okay. Let's go back. Comments. It's also good to have a little break from editing, I assume. Oh yes. I last few days I've been trying to catch up a little bit. The thing is, editing takes more time than you think. Actually, I just try to make the vlogs go up as fast as possible lately. But I've been trying to edit 2 to 3 vlogs to get them up. So yes, it is nice to get some non-editing time and just talk directly. Do you have any plans for the summer in Dutchland? At this moment, no. Actually, I don't really have any plans because my plans were to be with Sarah and travel the U.S. But yeah, we all know what happened there. Those got pretty much cancelled. But there's always stuff coming up, so probably I will do some cool projects that I will take you guys along with. Did that evil puppet? Where did that evil puppet from the vlog come? That vlog puppet thingy that happened, it's the puppet from my sister. She dug it up somewhere from her room. I think it was a gift from my grandmother when she was younger, but that thing looks scary like shit. I don't like it. I'm very close to like burn it with fire. Do you like video games? I think that's an understatement. I took my PS3 with me to America last time, or this time when I didn't go. I will ask Sarah as soon as she's back to show you guys the collection of old school consoles that we have. I think we nowadays have we have an N64, we have a GameCube, PlayStation 2, we do have an Xbox, the original, but for some reason I think it overheats and it just shuts down randomly. So I have to probably get some coolant on the CPU to fix it. I already got it running, I'm already happy about that. And we have a PlayStation 1 original, but I don't have any games for that. I want to bring my European PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 maybe in the future to be able to capture some cool stuff. Because I do have a collection of games. It's not a lot, but it's like a collection of Dutch games or European games that I really want to play with Sarah on camera. Because Sarah is hilarious when she's gaming. So yes, I love my video games. And you can watch the streams a little bit back. I have massive problems with gaming addiction sometimes. Wie ist dein Deutsch? Da du jetzt sagst, est. Sarah's German, I'm Dutch. I think that I can. That's pretty much what you tried to tell me or something. Yes, apparently Germany is very shitty when it comes to live streaming. I'm not sure if anyone else has that problem, but yes, it happens a lot that people have. Sarah had to do that too with any kind of German like link stuff. Streams didn't work. You miss your SNES. I love the SNES. I actually saw it multiple times at Goodwill, but the stupid thing is, those bastards are now doing auctions in our area, and basically just chuck everything in one box, Not even things that are related, just they put a SNES in there, the 2 games that came with the person that gave them. Put a PS2 in there that doesn't even work. They put a couple of cartridges in for like for Game Boys. A couple of controllers that have no sense whatsoever, and they like basically auction off like that, which sells for like $200 to $300 instead of like buying them what we usually did for like $20 or even less. We got a complete set, like a complete N64 with 4 controllers, like multiple games for $30, and it works awesomely. I played Legend of Zelda last time on it, and I love it. Nice picture behind you. I think you mean that one? That's New York. I love... I don't really like photos of stuff. I really like my canvases, and you don't really see them, but I have 2 massive ones over there. One is, I think, from Brooklyn Bridge, which I bought with my other stuff back in the day, and I'm really proud of that one, even though it's just from IKEA. I loved it. I have one over there, which is a city outlining. I have New York City, which is just like a average photo that you can pretty much find on anywhere. And London, which I love, that I got as a present back then from, I think, my back then girlfriend. I don't know. Did I get it myself? I get it as a present. Doesn't matter. Harvest Moon is some of those. It's a game that I really need to play and lose some time in. I should do that. Hoe zit het met je Duits nu je een relatie hebt? How is your German now you have a relationship with Sarah? My German is actually getting better, but it's not because we speak German with each other, but it's more that I try to speak German, and I think we did it like examples a while back. I speak dirty German, or at least I make it sound dirty. Like even normal sentences, like "Hallo, ich gehe um die Ecke," and just make it sound as if I'm saying something really, really dirty. I can make it like, so what else? Hallo, mijn kleine bootsjongen. Mijn kleine matrose. So that's the thing. I do speak some basic German, and I understand quite some bits, because it's really relatable to Dutch, of course. Have you ever thought of making a gaming channel? Yes and no. Reasons why, yes, because I love the game. No, because nothing bad against YouTubers that do gaming channels on the side or have that as their main thing. I think it's the easiest way of making videos. You just play for 2 hours and you have like 70 videos. Unless you're really entertaining. I mean, I do watch a lot of gaming YouTubers like CNNers and Gassy Mexican, for instance. I do still have a subscription to PewDie. It's not really my kind of style anymore. I really like his horror things though. And I watched Toby back in the beginning. But the thing is with certain YouTubers, because they do a certain thing, they're stuck in their kind of role that they do as a YouTuber. Because most YouTubers, even though you might not think it, do act a lot when they're on camera, because either that's how people like how they are. Most YouTubers are extremely boring when it comes to being on camera. We all are really awkward when it comes to things in real life, so we try to compensate for that by being someone more interesting on camera. I mean, I am genuinely like a chaotic person when I talk to people. I am exactly like this when you meet me. If as soon as you get me to talk about stuff, I will not shut up. And then sometimes all of a sudden I just have nothing to say anymore and I just like completely shut down. So if you ever meet me in person and I have no clue what to talk about and I shut my mouth, it has nothing to do with you, it just has to do with me not knowing what to say without feeling weird or being the weird person. Toby's awesome, don't get me wrong, I love Toby, he's a good guy. We've met him a couple of times, and unfortunately we didn't have the opportunities to hang out with him yet. We had some plans to do it in LA when we would be there, but Yes, that is not happening for me, at least now. What's your favorite photographer? Chase Jarvis is a really good one because I like his motto of being just any camera that you have with you is the good camera you have. I love his style of just like, fuck it, you can make photos with everything. Just do what you do best. Capture how you feel you want to make it look good. He's a good person, and he does. I think he does a lot of live shoots. I think he shoots and he just has a live audience with it, explaining how he does things very unconventionally. I love that. Just breaking the fourth wall of talking to the audience while actually like doing things. I like that. It's a good kind of style, and I try to always incorporate that when I'm shooting with people, like reensuring like how they feel, because I know that I would feel weird when if I would be in front of a camera. I mean, I try to do that with vlogging. When people are like in front of me, I try to incorporate them in a way that would make it less weird by putting a camera in their face. Not everyone likes to be on camera. For instance, Ting Ting. Ting Ting is more or less a natural person on camera. She is just as funny as she is off. Other than that, Philip Bloom is, of course, someone that has a certain style that really works with educational. He really knows what he's talking about, and he's, of course, he does his sponsored things. But I like his style in a way. He's kind of a grumpy person, though. I have to admit that. The 2 to 3 times that Sarah and I met him in person weren't the best times of getting to know him or talk to him. Also because I do things my way, and that's not how he does his things. So that made I hope it still made a good impression on him. I did my best. We notice that you actually do not shut up, but it's a good thing, otherwise the live chat would be really odd. Yes, it would be really weird. It would be awesome if you guys could talk back at times. Maybe we should do that at some point. Which website was it? I think it was like Ogle, something like that, that we had like questions on video. I like that. It's not working that well all of the time, but it's a cool thing. Do you know any British slang? Probably. I mean, I got British English in school, and we have our share of BBC in the Netherlands. So try me, throw something at me. Maybe I can figure out what it means, sort of. Let me see. What's your favorite city? I think we covered that before with Sarah back like 2 to 3 live streams. Yes, it's a hard one because I have multiple cities that I really like. I love LA purely because it's kind of the style and laid back kind of people. If you're in the right areas, people are really friendly in LA. Maybe because they're friendly to me, that might also be the thing. I really like the area in Columbus that Sarah is, purely because it's a more calm, less like overly American area where there is too much happening. I like that. It's just calm. There's no bullshit happening. People are also very nice and friendly, like more homely. They invite you to their home, for instance, not in a bad way, by the way, but they invite you into your home in like they're open and helpful. The neighbors are amazing. I mean, you've seen the vlog. They helped with 6 people to get the piano inside the house. That's just awesome. That you don't see that here that often, unless you live in a community type neighborhood here. Do you know any Scottish slang? I probably do, but my accent is really bad. I can only do the really bad FPS Russia accent. And I always wanted to do someone who doesn't know me, but like really important person, like for instance, I don't know, like the head of a Google department, or like something new, like people that come for you but don't know who you exactly are. Like talk, like open it. Hello, my friends. I'm Misa Yura, and yeah, let's just talk today about what we're gonna do with the thing, or make it even better. My English is getting too well nowadays to be able to mess it up. I have to prepare like mentally for it. Basically, open with a really bad English accent and see how people react, and then just switch to the proper like American English. See, like, yeah, I'm just pulling your string. um, um, comments. Let's see. But oh yeah, favorite city. Basically, it's a combination between like the Columbus area. I mean, the Netherlands is a little bit too ordinary for me. I think that it's too normal for me, so I can't really tell you what I like about a city, other than that I live in one. Oh wow, the the slang is really difficult to figure out. I have no clue what it says. British, you have really difficult words. I want some grub. I think grub is like some kind of alcohol kind of thing, or something like either it's some sort of dish where there is like a lot of I don't know, veggies type of thing in there. I don't know. I'm just guessing, of course. It would be really cool to hear people, to hear everyone with different accents talking to each other. That is amazing. That is, by the way, really fun. That's the cool thing about YouTube meetups. For instance, like VidCon, there's so many different kind of people that do the same thing. I think that still that I'm one of the more like lonely people out there because there aren't a lot of Dutch people in general who do this. And I'd like to say that my accent is getting way better than it was before. I mean, if you've seen my first like real English video on Creative Mind, I think it was the unveilment of being next up, and I had to do that in English. I think I did. Yeah, I think I had to do it in English. And I was kind of scripting it out too much, and I felt too forced to do it because I had no clue what to say. And we only had like one day to prepare it, I think, even though I knew it 2.5 weeks beforehand. Yeah, I mean, if you have, like, for instance, any console or games that you want us to play in the future, we will most definitely do an additional, like, bonus videos. I'm not sure if we do it on this channel or if we do it on a like second channel where we just have some fun from time to time. We will be playing games because we want to make a gaming like entertainment room downstairs, where we just have some fun, so we can record upstairs or downstairs for that matter, and not bother each other with noise. So yeah, just let me know if you want us to be able to play something. Of course, let us know what you want to send to us or want to borrow us. I mean, I am perfectly fine with sending stuff back as soon as we're done with it. I cannot imagine anyone sending stuff and not wanting it back because you want to play something yourself again, I hope. Yeah, no worries. We want to do some cool stuff. Hopefully soon. The chat does have a huge delay. Hard to interact since you always sound like you're 2 hours late. I'm a Twitter noob. Can't tweet for shit. Twitter's not that hard. You just tweet letters that form sentences of 140 characters, including my Twitter handle. You can just ask. If you have a computer, you can just log in on Twitter yourself. It's not that hard. What do you think most British people. What do you think of British people mocking Dutch accents? I don't even think British people can even mimic any kind of Dutch person, because it's really tough to really do our like problem that we have with an accent. Most people cannot get rid of it anyways. I don't really care. I'm already surprised that people can understand us sometimes. I mean, my accent is getting way better nowadays, but I know people, like, for instance, if you watch Discovery Channel with like professional people who have to speak English as a job and have like really bad, heavy accents. Even then, I still don't really care that much for it. But yeah, I can understand what people are like. Dude, your accent is bad, and are a little bit ashamed of it. But I mean, yeah, hey, everyone has his problems. As long as you can understand each other without any problems, then it'll be fine. If there's anyone out there that is a non-Dutch speaker and can mimic our bad English accent, Dutch English accent, please record a video. Because I'm very curious how you think we speak. The chat seems to delay to me also, unless it's maintained. No, I'm pretty sure it's because of the fact that the YouTube's is delaying. Actually, Wirecast is delayed with sending stuff, and then YouTube makes it even worse. I don't know. I just hope that it's not that bad. I'd really love to do a YouTube meetup. All the ones that have been held in London in a few years, I haven't been able to go to. I love YouTube meetups. I think we talked about that Saturday too. That meetups are amazing and they're fun because there are a lot of like-minded people. Downside is that, especially in Europe, it's kind of expensive to get there because most of the times I would have to fly. I don't have a driver's license, so it's kind of difficult for me. But yeah, Scottish, Irish is really sexy. Mostly on men. I don't know why. I mean, like Craig Ferguson, it's more of a American accent nowadays, but he used to have a really thick one. Gerard Butler, oh, hell sexy. Yeah, I have a small man boner for that man. We have to survive a heat wave for nearly 3 weeks. What do you consider a heat wave, though? I mean, if you go to like New Mexico and Arizona areas where it's like always like 100 plus or like 40 plus degrees. It's not to compare. Now, are you freezing or is it that? No, I'm pretty sure it's me. But I'm not sure why. But I hope it's not my internet. YouTube sucks at streaming. Well, I'm pretty sure it's still me, man. It will be fixed soon. Yeah, sounds good to me. Hey, you guys are awesome on camera. You should do this more often. You should do this more often. My English is bad. I've been talking nearly for 1.5 hours straight without actually stopping in between. You'd think that at some point my brain stops, and it does. So, too bad the last like 10 to 15 minutes started to freeze up at times. I hope it wasn't too bad. Most of the time it was pretty good. So, yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow.